I'm reading JJK Volume 19, and Yuji is finally fighting Higuruma. Let's talk about what happens in these 3 chapters. The chapter begins with Yuji fighting this dude with a helicopter on his head. He's pretty much owning this dude. I'm really loving the paneling and artwork by Gege right here. But this guy comes at him with like his ultimate attack. Yuji immediately knocks this dude out and he defeats him. But after the fight, this guy pulls up and says he knows who Yuji is. He says he might not know him, but he knows Yuji because Yuji was called the White Tiger back in middle school. That's what he was known for. Then we come back to Megumi with this girl. Megumi just does not trust her, and I completely understand him. And she says she's here because she had no choice. She was in this area already and the culling game pulled up, and she just had to stay in here and survive. And we can see that both of these people are getting close with our main characters. They both want to know where Higuruma is, and these people give 2 different locations for where Higuruma is. So we don't know which one is misleading the other, but one of these people are lying about Higuruma's location, and they're fooled. And then he says, bring me the next pitiful prey. And then we have a flashback of Amai, the guy that knows Yuji. And in middle school, he was friends with the bullies, but then Yuji pulls up, and Yuji defeated the bullies. It felt nice seeing them getting roughed up. Amai technically wasn't bullying, but he was a part of their group, and Yuji was like, you're next? We cut back to Megumi, and this girl wants to go up to this building to take a shower. And then Yuji is led to this theater, and he feels kind of bad for Yuji, but he lets him go in. And then we cut back to this dude. And this girl led Megumi to this guy, and she lied to him basically. You can't even blame this girl for doing it because Megumi was kind of gullible, and he says this was a waste of time. He's not even getting angry at her. He's just like, let's get this over with. Then Yuji pulls up to the theater, and he meets Higuruma, and he's like a bathtub, and Higuruma is saying so many stuff he didn't want to do. He's just trying it all now. Being in a bathtub with his clothes on feels a lot better than he expected. Yuji says he wants to talk to him because he has 100 points. And Yuji wants his help to change some rules, but Higuruma is against that. He kind of likes the culling game and he doesn't want it to end right away. Higuruma refuses, so the only way to make him listen is by beating him up, and Yuji's gonna try and make him use that 100 points. And then this sets up the battle for the next chapter. Higuruma pulls out a Shikigami and it has a scale, and Yuji gets ready to post up. And Higuruma says domain expansion, and he has basically a courtroom as a domain expansion. Yuji goes to kick him, but that's not how things work in this domain. Basically like a courtroom, and Yuji is being judged right now. It's basically a mind game. Yuji is being accused of something and he must clear his name. There's a lot of explanation. I do not want to read that all. Honestly, I don't even know why Yuji is under trial. The thing he's been accused of isn't even bad. He's being accused of being at a place at a specific time. He didn't commit no crime, so I don't understand why he's being tried. But Yuji says that he did enter that store on that day, and he's saying that he's innocent, and Higuruma says it's his turn. Basically, he had evidence of Yuji in that store, and he isn't doing what Yuji said, and Yuji lied, so he's caught guilty. But the judgment has been decided. But then Higuruma hits Yuji. But then he throws the gavel at Yuji, and it's gone now. Then he transformed the gavel into an even bigger hammer. He says you're sturdy, and this is the last page of the chapter, and Yuji says that's kind of my selling point. Yeah, Yuji is going through the culling game. He's finally met Higuruma. I really don't understand why Higuruma has a problem against Yuji. He literally just went into his store. I don't understand what was so bad about that. Then we see Megumi get tricked by that girl. The culling game seems pretty interesting right now. I really like the human versus human dynamic. Like, we're not just fighting curses anymore, we're fighting humans. But let me know, guys, what you think of JJK Volume 19. It's been pretty good so far.